Exposing the dangers of greed and the eternal consequences, the parable of the rich man and Lazarus is a timeless story that resonates deeply with the human condition. It serves as a constant reminder of the choices we make and the values we hold dear. Greed, a desire for wealth and material possessions, can blind us to the needs of others and lead us down a path of moral decay. This parable told by Jesus is not just a story from ancient times, but a lesson that transcends generations, urging us to look beyond our earthly desires and consider the eternal consequences of our actions. The parable of the rich man and Lazarus has a powerful message for us all. It is found in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 16, verses 19-31. This story is one of many parables that Jesus used to teach profound spiritual truths through simple, relatable narratives. The parables were a way for Jesus to communicate complex ideas in a manner that was accessible to everyone, from the learned scholars to the common folk. They were stories with a purpose, designed to provoke thought, self-reflection. The rich man and Lazarus one. The conversion of Saul Lazarus, a poor beggar, suffered greatly in his life, longing for scraps. He was covered in sores and lay at the gate of the rich man's house, hoping for even the smallest morsel of food that might fall from the rich man's table. His condition was pitiable and his suffering was immense. Yet despite his dire circumstances, Lazarus remained humble and patient, enduring his hardships with a quiet dignity. His name, which means God has helped, is a testament to his faith and trust in divine providence, even in the face of extreme adversity. Meanwhile, a rich man lived in luxury, ignoring Lazarus's plight. He dressed in fine linen and feasted sumptuously every day, oblivious to the suffering just outside his door. The rich man's wealth and comfort had made him indifferent to the needs of others, and he failed to show compassion to Lazarus. His life was one of excess and self-indulgence, and he was consumed by his own desires. The stark contrast between the lives of the rich man and Lazarus highlights the disparity between the wealthy and the poor, and serves as a powerful indictment of those who turn a blind eye to the suffering of others. One night, both men died. Death, the great equalizer, came for both the rich man and Lazarus, bringing an end to their earthly lives. In death, their true natures and the consequences of their actions were revealed. The rich man's wealth and status could not save him from the inevitable, and Lazarus's suffering was finally over. This moment of transition from life to death is an eye-opening reminder of the fleeting nature of earthly existence and the importance of living a life of compassion and integrity. Angels carried Lazarus to heaven, while demons dragged the rich man to hell. In the afterlife, their roles were reversed. Lazarus was carried by angels to Abraham's side, a place of honor and comfort, while the rich man found himself in torment in Hades. The rich man's cries for mercy went unanswered, and he was forced to confront the reality of his choices. The imagery of angels and demons underscores the contrast between the fates of the two men and serves as a powerful reminder of the eternal consequences of our actions. In hell, the rich man begged Abraham to send Lazarus to ease his torment, but Abraham refused. The rich man, now in a place of suffering, pleaded for even a drop of water to cool his tongue, but his request was denied. Abraham reminded him of the chasm that separated them, a chasm that could not be crossed. The rich man's pleas for his family to be warned also went unanswered, as Abraham pointed out that they had the teachings of Moses and the prophets to guide them. This exchange highlights the irreversible nature of the choices we make in life and the importance of heeding the lessons of compassion and generosity. Their roles had reversed, their fortunes shifted. The rich man, who had once lived in luxury, was now in a place of torment, while Lazarus, who had suffered greatly, was now in a place of peace and comfort. This reversal of fortunes serves as a powerful reminder of the transient nature of earthly wealth and the enduring value of compassion and kindness. It challenges us to consider the true measure of a person's worth and the legacy we leave behind. Jesus' message: we cannot serve both God and money. This parable is a stark reminder of the dangers of placing material wealth above spiritual values. Jesus taught that our true treasure lies not in earthly possessions, but in our relationship with God and our love for others. The rich man's downfall was his inability to see beyond his own desires and to recognize the needs of those around him. This message is as relevant today as it was in Jesus' time, urging us to examine our own priorities and to live lives of generosity and compassion. Our earthly treasures mean nothing in the afterlife. The riches we accumulate in this life are fleeting and ultimately meaningless in the grand scheme of eternity. The parable of the rich man and Lazarus reminds us that true wealth is found in the love and kindness we show to others and in our relationship with God. It challenges us to look beyond the material and to focus on the spiritual, to seek treasures that will endure beyond this life. This parable challenges us to reflect, are we driven by greed or guided by compassion? It calls us to examine our own lives and to consider the values that drive our actions. Are we like the rich man, consumed by our own desires and indifferent to the suffering of others? Or are we like Lazarus, enduring hardship with faith and humility? The choices we make in this life have eternal consequences. And this parable serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of living a life of compassion and generosity. Let's choose love and kindness, for it is in giving that we truly receive. The parable of the rich man and Lazarus calls us to action, to live lives of compassion and generosity. It reminds us that the true measure of our worth is not in the wealth we accumulate, but in the love and kindness we show to others. By choosing to live lives of compassion, we not only enrich the lives of those around us, but we also find true fulfillment and joy. Let us take this message to heart and strive to live lives of love and kindness, for it is in giving that we truly receive.